Good morning, everybody. Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, 6:41 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. In this video today, what I want to do is pick up where we left off yesterday with the Astro Excel green line. Then I'm going to overlay the blue line. If you recall from the prior videos, the green line is the bigger trend picture. The blue line is sort of the medium trend. And then I'm going to mark out a couple points and then look at the Vedic timing windows to show you the high and low windows and how they work in tandem with the trend picture. So you can see on the chart where we were yesterday. Now I want to show you how these minor fluctuations also influence the trend on the green line. We started here yesterday by my cursor at the high. We're looking for this downtrend to develop into April 6th. You see here at the high here on the green line on the 29th, it was pressing down. I have it marked with the blue trend line, pressing down until about 8 a.m. The market actually came and traded down till about 2 a.m. and then we went back to retest the high from Friday. You can see the green line bottomed around 8 to 10 a.m. and then started back up, showing us that upward move was going to take place. And at this point now we're rolling over and should start to head down. Now what I'm going to do is overlay the blue line on here so you can see the influence that had. Okay, so I've added the blue line, which is the medium trend line. You can see right after the high was made here, the blue line traded down. We had a little bounce up and then we went down again to this secondary bottom right here at the at about 12 o'clock on the hourly bar. So you can see how the blue line had that influence. It gave us that little high-low pattern. And as that blue line bottom was made in tandem with the green line low right there, we triggered into the up move for the afternoon. So you can see the influence that had. So now I want to point out from the Vedic chart, I'll pull that up and show you how the two timing windows caught these important points. So remember this low here that I have marked by this brown horizontal line. We made the low there, and then we made the high at the close. So let me show you those two timing windows so you can see how this played out and how these tools work in sync. Okay, if you've been watching these videos, you know from prior videos that the A2 panel and the B1 panel are key panels for trend identification and for identifying these highs and lows. So you can see in the white window time block, which I have just marked the beginning and end of that white window out over the price action with this rectangle, you can see that we made a new low here in the white window, and where I have the brown vertical line is where the green line bottomed and where I had the brown vertical line on the prior chart. So we then expected to get that reversal into place. Now we've got a little bit of cross current down here. We've got a red window here. We're expecting some downside activity, which we did get after a push up. You can see we kind of got this little move here into the bright green window. What happens there, you get a little bit of a cross current between the trend indications, and that's why we get these up and down moves. They're tradable for sure, but this is why these cross currents cause these choppy markets. Now this particular indicator here on this chart is completely different than the green line, blue line Excel sheet from the last chart. So what you have are two non-correlating trend prediction tools that are working together. So what happens here, you can see when we hit the this green window here on the A2 panel, we expect to trend up. And that is also in sync with our green and blue line, which I showed you on the prior chart, because this low right here at the 1116 area was that low where the blue line and green line came together and then started to point up from there. Now we would be expecting in the B1 panel, where I have the bright green box, another timing window, we have, again, I drew the rectangle to illustrate the time block over the price action from the beginning and end of that window. And we got to the high of the day right near the close where I have the red arrow marked up here. Now recall that that green line and blue line were both pointing up. So we were going to expect the high yesterday sometime in this timing window. Okay. So that's an example of how we use these tools together. You can see I've been making these videos day after day after day. These tools are extremely powerful. When you can identify these intraday trends that are going to go 20, 30, 50, 80 points, you can really, put some money into some options, buy the contracts on the minis, whatever you want to do. These give you really nice option trades that you can jump into and then sit in there, and in 2, 3, 4 hours, you got some really nice gains. So that's it for today's video. We'll be back again tomorrow with a new video. We'll talk to you then.